Hello, humans, and welcome to another episode of Gen X Gamer. My Nintendo system is gone. It's gone. It's nowhere to be found. It looks like they took it from the storage. Now I have to just do a recount on everything, guys. And believe you me, this is not a woe is me story. This is just sentimental value for me. It's not about the money. I could buy, a new one right now if I wanted to, right? But it's not about that because it's just not a replaceable item. It's a sentimental value of it. And trust me, guys, I might not be as successful as Relic Gamer, right? But I have enough games to play, you know, in my library for the rest of my life. I wouldn't repeat one, right? That's how many games I own. It's not about the money. I don't care about the money, right? But what I care about is that was my console. And I started thinking about it because I ordered that Retro Bro game, and most of my consoles I keep on storage, the older ones, because I don't want them to break. They're getting old. They're 40 years old. They're 30 years old, whatever. The only ones that I play on the regular are the 13 that I have connected here in front of me. Right? Again, it's not a matter of that's my only console. Right? People at work were looking at me that I was kind of bummed, and they're like, "What's wrong with this guy?" And I couldn't tell anybody. Right? I couldn't tell them, "Hey, I'm really bummed out because somebody took my NES." Sound like a little kid, right? I couldn't do that. Nobody's a gamer there that would relate to what I'm going through. The sentimental value or something. And it transcends money. It really does because it's not an item that's replaceable. As a matter of fact, I was planning on doing a video on, what am I going to do with these $1,000 that I was going to offer somebody for the Amico console that's never coming out. So I need to figure out what to do with that. I pulled it out, and then it's just sitting there. So, am I going to use it for this? No, I think I should use that for something else, show people that you can do better things with your money than giving them to the Intellivision Amico. And nobody took me up on the offer anyway. So, I'm thinking, okay, well, what am I going to do? What am I going to replace it with? It's irreplaceable, right? I could just get another one off of eBay or something. But then I'm thinking, should I get something that's modded to improve the video signal? Since I'm doing that, right? Should that be a way to go? I mean, you guys tell me. I've never replaced an NES console. I never had to. Because when I'm not playing it there, I play it on emulation or play it on the Nintendo Switch. Like the games that I really like from yesteryear, they're on the service, or I just buy them. Like Donkey Kong, for example, I play on the Switch. So I've never had to do that, and I have the Retron 5. Right, so with the Retron 5, I just plug the cartridges in when they work, and then just play it there. But emulation is always the best way to preserve your games, in my opinion. Right, just my opinion. Just dump your ROMs into the Retron 5, and then just play them from there, and then you're good. Right, or whatever machine you want to use for your own cartridges that you own. Okay, I'm not saying to do anything nefarious or anything like that. No, the stuff that you own. But, when it comes to replacing something that has a sentimental value, not a monetary value, right? And it's not even that I'm going to call my insurance company because the deductible, I think it's like $500, right, for my collection. So I'm not going to, do that because that would be the deductible. It probably cost me $500-600 to replace the box that I had if I wanted it in the exact same condition. There's better uses of my money at this point that I can do, right? I'm not going to go spend that. Not that I can't. I already told my wife not to get me that for Christmas. Don't put it on a credit card and put it, I'll do it myself. But if I'm going to spend some money, should I get it, modded? I don't have the time, or at least I don't think I have the time to mod it myself. But, I'm semi, crafty with my hands. I've worked in industry before. Could I do it myself? Yeah, probably. Do I have the time? No, I really don't have the time. Not with school and work and the baby. I don't have time to be doing this kind of crap. So I'm just going to buy something. But I just don't know if I should buy it, completely modded, Or, should I get something that's custom, more of a display piece? That's really the two ways that I'm thinking of going. I don't know. You guys tell me. I don't know if you guys out there have any experience in replacing your consoles, or if, you have any experience with any vendors out there that you can recommend that are good. I'm more interested in quality. I don't want the cheapest thing out there. If I'm going to buy something that's custom, I want it to be semi decent. Something that people can look at and say, oh, that's pretty cool. When they come in the game room, or even if it's just something that's serviceable, right? That's just modded for the AV and it just has the original look. Because when it comes to Nintendo, people see it and it's an instant throwback, right? They could just see, just a regular NES console and they go, oh man, you still have that, That's usually what they do. But to replace a Robbie the Robot or stuff like that, I mean, it's just insane right now. The prices have gotten way too high. And I'm not sure how I'm going to do this. I have a Sony Wega, which is pretty versatile. I talk about that. And guys, that's a great way to go. I got this TV for free. I just picked it up, and somebody didn't want it. Right, but it has the connections for all the old AV outputs and stuff like that for the old Xbox. It works perfectly, man. I couldn't be happier with this TV. So I'm able to just plug the NES in there. But I don't know. At this point, I don't know. I'm should I improve the video signal? Should I just keep it stock? Should I get something custom painted? Just a display piece that I can play once in a while. I don't know. I don't want to get, a modern console because, like I said, I have the Retron 5. I'd rather get a display piece or something that looks really nice, something that pops. If not, I'll just get a regular Nintendo with a, improved AV output. I don't know, guys. What do you guys think? You guys tell me. I mean, nothing's going to replace my old system, right? It's gone. It hurts. It sucks, man. It really does. And guys, it's not about the money. The money is like the furthest thing from my mind. I could just go buy another one right now. And, it's not the same. It's not the same, So I'd rather get something that would be meaningful now, I guess, or something that I could use now. But at the end of the day, guys, it's a bummer. I'm not even going to lie. I'm bummed about this. And, hopefully, the smile will come back after I buy the new one and it comes in. I'm just not sure what I'm going to get, and I want to get it before the Retro Bro game comes in because I want to play it on original hardware. I don't want to play it on the Retron 5. But let's see. Let's see what happens. Guys, I hope you're having a blessed holiday weekend. I hope you guys have a great 3-day weekend. And remember, these are just video games. Don't take it to heart. It's not that serious, right? If there's something you can share with people out there, share video games with people. What a great privilege we have that these are some of our biggest problems. Problems with video games. There's people out there that are having a rough time right now. They can't afford basic needs. They're struggling and stuff like that. So how blessed are we that we get to work on these things? And guys, don't forget our veterans. This is our weekend. If there's anywhere you can help them out there, if you know of struggling veterans, go ahead and help them out. I can tell you from personal experience, one of my uncles ended up, because of his issues with the Vietnam War, he ended up homeless, becoming a homeless veteran, and there's very little help for them. So if you can help anybody out there, go help out the veterans that fought for all of us to have all these freedoms. And God bless them, and God bless you out there if you gave your service to our country. I hope everybody's doing great out there. Oh, man, have a great one. Let's see what I can do. Tell me what you would do. Tell me what you would do in this case. How would you replace it? All right, humans, I will catch you on the next one. Take care.